is it?
Number 23, the best episode number. Of course, we're now live on air with Fully Charged Sal and Seabear. This is a podcast about TF2 and stuff. What's up?
Sal, you should change the title of the stream. Because we're not ETF2L Season 14 Playoffs powered by Twitch.
Well, are we still powered by Twitch? I want to be powered by Twitch.
I don't know. I have a Twitch
Actually,
shirt.
I guess ETF2L, one of their big donors to their prize pot this season is Twitch. So that's why they're powered by Twitch. We don't have a prize pot for Fully Charged either.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting traded something right now. So this is the stuff I'm going to give out.
Ooh.
I have face... Oh. Okay, never mind. It's like a mustache or something. All right, we'll get that to later. Sorry. Okay, but let's start the show. We got started a little later. And I've been off work since like noon, so I'm like...
Wow, yeah.
I've gotten a break, so I'm getting crazy, man.
Day off,
I'm drinking diet soda. Ooh, watch out. So, where do you want to start, Sal? You want to just kick right into the charity thing?
We should. That's what we're going to be talking about today, because not a lot has happened in competitive TF2 other than there's been a few playoff matches here and there. I mean,
Well, is there anything in IM that happened? I know, did my team win yesterday? I didn't even ask DJC if he won his match. My IM team that I sponsored, did they win their game? I know they played yesterday.
They
lost?
Yeah.
You lost? What the F? That's okay. Well, we talked about it last week, so I didn't get a chance to see it because I was busy yesterday. But that's too bad.
it is too bad.
Does that mean they're out? No, it's double elimination.
It is. So they can still come back to win it all.
Probably not, because apparently they're bad. So, okay, well.
They're good enough to be an IM, which I got to tell you, I would like for most of our audience to not be better than that, because that would restrict our audience pretty severely if that were not the case.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I wanted to ask Kurt, because Kurt was the leader of our Highlander team last.
What's up?
Are you still a platinum player? In
No.
You're not.
I don't know. I was like addicted to Highlander, and then I just stopped, and I haven't looked back since.
Cold turkey.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now
You
I'm
miss
playing
it?
sixes, and I'm having a lot of fun. Not really. I think I got burnt out on it.
There's a cat right here. You can't see him. That's awesome. It's cut off like right.
Nice, I like that. There's anyway, we do have to introduce our guests today, officially and formally. We do have TrukTruk and seanbud, both of them hailing from somewhere in the U.S., somewhere in the Sixes community. And yes, Kurt TrukTruk there used to be a big Highlander player. Apparently, he's not anymore, which is news to me.
Yeah, I just want to know for sure. That's important stuff. And these guys are, well, seanbud is is that too low? That might be too low. It's just all drink.
It's so impossible to see where that cat is.
So dark.
He's dark, yeah. He's right. He's somewhere in this area. You can see his tail. There he is. All right, so I guess we just got big news. Sean today finally got in contact with the One Step Charity, which is the charity of choice that we're doing. I'll put this back on my face so you don't have to see my junk. That's good news, because now we can finally get started, get the PayPal set up, and I guess maybe start taking donations pretty soon. So it's cool that we're finally ready to go on that front, and I guess now we can just start thinking about promotions and stuff, huh?
Yeah, actually, I'm not sure how soon we can get the PayPal set up. I'm hoping to maybe next week sometime.
Yeah. Well,
it's going to be rough to get it verified and stuff because I need to connect it to an account, etc. But it's that's something that's definitely I don't know. Today when he finally got in touch with me, it's going to be much easier now to get a donation platform selected and set up.
Okay.
Cool.
So
as far as promotion, I don't think most of it's going to take place until another week or two. I want to get a schedule really concrete with the list of players for all the events, and maybe talk with the team a little bit more about how we're going to promote it a little bit. But we do have a video that IK Pure is making for us, and I think TF2B and TF2R have said they can put up some ads for us and stuff like that. So there should be plenty of advertising for it.
Cool. Well, so we should give you guys some background, I guess, since we want to make this kind of an informative show, right?
Yeah.
And that this tournament, how did this, or not tournament? I'm sorry.
tournament.
Hey, well, there is a pug tournament, right? But anyway.
Yeah.
That's not the feature. The feature is it's a charity event. How did this come about, Sean?
It was just an idea I had. I had on my stream one night. I did this thing where I gave away a hat if someone gave me a receipt for a donation to a charity, and I got $50 out of it. So I thought I had this idea where one weekend, me and Kurt and Lang, or just a few of us, could do a 6-hour thing where we take viewer donations and do random shenanigans in a pub or something like that. So I had talked to Kurt and Lang and a few other guys, and it quickly grew into this huge thing when we started collecting prizes, and people like Star and all the other streamers and like you guys signed on to help, and now it's like this big, huge project.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, of course. And what's it called again?
Tip of the hats.
Tip of the Hats. Love
I thought it
I'll
was
link,
Dom.
I'll link a thread in chat for those interested with most of the details.
I thought it was-
Unfortunately, right now this is like the extent of like the hub for the charity, but we're gonna get one set up soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys changed your name, by the way. I was trying to say a couple times that the
Yeah.
old name was a little weird to me, but
It was a good
this
one.
one's way better, and it's like TF2 oriented too. So you can just picture the promotional materials. You can be like tip of the hats and be like, bam.
Yeah, we already got a nice little poster thing by
Yeah.
what's her name? Rennet. I think it
Renhead,
is?
yeah.
Renhet.
It's a really
Very
talented
nice one.
artist, and it's a good-looking background image. At least it reminds a certain someone of a historical event.
It's too bad we can't show it because no one's gonna know what the hell we're talking about. But yeah,
I don't-
it's-
I don't know
can.
what you're talking about.
I get. Well, actually, I shouldn't do that without Ren's permission, though. So
Right.
there'll be a poster release when
Just
the time comes.
poke
so.
Renhet, see if we can
Yeah.
release the sneak preview of this poster. I'll put it in
It's,
front of your face.
okay, it's G Pit, right? It's G Pit C. Like that's the background of this picture, and then there's like the engineer is like
You don't
solemnly
need to say
sitting
anything.
in the front. He's
You're
like,
ruining it.
You're giving it away,
ruining
man.
Oh, he's lagging out. Perfect timing.
tipping his
Absolutely.
hat. It's a great picture. Anyway, there's like ominous smoke bellowing out of the tower, and then another pillar of smoke from a tower that seems to have fallen. So I sent it to Blood, and he got the reference. I mean, it's really good art. It's just
I would imagine Blood would get that reference. Yes.
yes, living in New York.
Yes.
So I think it's fun. Like it's really good. Like she's very talented, but it's just funny because it kind of reminds you of that fateful day that you don't.
I don't even know what you're talking. I mean, now I do,
didn't
but
see that at all.
I didn't
That's
see it in the picture. But
If it stays in that state and it's out, then maybe
all
like
right.
5% of the people who are as messed up as I and Justin.
Well,
would.
but now that you've let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, everybody is going to be posting that on the forums like, what are
That's
you doing?
true. I'm a bad guy. I should apologize.
If you'd kept it as an in-joke, I mean, it would have stayed.
it's not a
an
joke.
in-joke.
It's just what it. But
That's
you're
a
right.
joke. That's dark humor, okay? That's straight. It still counts. Making fun of cancer patients can still be funny.
Boy, people that
Jesus.
watch this and like follow us must really think I'm just an awful guy. So I'm like a huge racist, and then I'm like making 9/11 jokes. Like, okay, so I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna be under control now. So.
Okay.
But okay, so we wanted to talk about the actual charity because I think one of the big motivating factors for people to donate would be actually caring about the charity itself, not just like, oh hey, TF2 items and TF2 people doing stuff. Like that may not interest all the people, but like a really a good charity that people can get behind will. So you want to talk a little bit about the actual charity? I'm not sure how much you know. I know a little bit, but I mean, Sean.
I know just what I've read on their website since you were actually the one that referred me to it, and it seems like a really good charity. They set up summer camps and just like mostly like outdoor fun activities for kids with cancer that can they can participate and try and just be a kid without like worrying about like hospital appointments and stuff like that. So it looks like a really good charity, and it's kind of a smaller one, I would say. So I think they could really use our help more than like say one of the more popular ones. But that's
Yeah.
the point, I suppose. But yeah, they do a lot of good work for kids with cancer. Mostly summer camps and stuff. It looks like.
Yeah, it's there's Children's Oncology Services is like
Yes.
they report to, and it's cool. I mean, they're not like about. I guess the money itself doesn't go to like cure cancer or whatever, but it does go to the kids that already have cancer, to giving them sort of a real feeling life. Because I actually there's a kid at my school, work at a K through 12 school, and one of the teachers sends two of his daughters to school, and they're both in lower school. One of them was diagnosed with leukemia, and so it hits kind of close to home because I'm actually pretty close with this kid, and she's going through it. It's like it's not a death sentence, you get 95% cure rate, but it is just this huge impediment to a kid growing up.
Yeah.
They go through chemo, they lose all their hair. It's really hard growing up, being young and dealing with that stuff. So being able to send kids to a central place like a camp where they can feel like regular kids and meet other kids who are going through the same stuff, it's actually a really awesome program. My girlfriend and I I'm not sure if it's based out of Chicago, but a lot of their events are in Chicago, where I used to live. We've gone to a few of their events and donated to them before, and I'm very confident that it's a great charity, that a huge percentage of the money that's given will go straight to the cause of just helping kids with cancer, and it's not like, going to pay someone's salary who works at the charity. It's a very large percentage will go straight to the kids. So I'm happy that it was like, I just kind of was like, Sean messaged me. He was like, "Hey man, what do you think of this charity? What do you think of this charity?" And I was like, "I mean, it's a charity that's great, but this is the one that I know of that comes to mind when you ask me about charities. And I'm happy it was picked. I think it's great."
Okay, well, there's nothing left to say now.
Yeah, it's over. Stream over. Rant over. No, but so all of you that are maybe on the fence about, you don't care that much about the actual TF2 stuff, it's a great charity behind it too. It is a really good cause. Helps a lot of people. So. A lot of kids.
And the whole event itself is going to be April 13th and 14th. I think we should make that very, very clear that the 13th and 14th, Saturday and Sunday, are going to be an awesome time. It's pretty much like 24 hours of streaming. April? Yes?
Yes, April 13th and 14th. We're starting at Saturday at noon Eastern. And then we'll go till, I think the last event on each day starts at midnight, and then we'll just go till we're done. And then same time Sunday, we start at noon Eastern, and then we go for 12 hours again, and then it's going to be broken up. I don't know if we can go over a list of the actual event schedule right now. Talk about those.
Yeah,
for a little bit.
there are a couple of really exciting looking. You do, really exciting looking events.
Yeah, we can actually. Kurt, do you want to talk about the schedule? I guess you haven't talked very much.
Yes.
We compiled 2 days of events, and we went over it last week to hopefully get the best times for the best events, so we can get the best numbers and hopefully get the most amount of money out of it. I don't know if you want me to just read it or what. Like, I have it up right here.
We can just talk about the different activities. I don't know if you need to go down the whole list.
We have everything from 6v6 NA versus EU to 9v9 viewer lobbies. We have surfing, jumping, b-ball.
A lot of these are contests too, right?
Yeah, all the best players are going to participate in the skill stuff like surfing and jumping, so it's not going to be just some random guy learning how to surf.
Yeah. There's going to be an hour of MVM where I think we're going to have one viewer donate to play with a team of 5 people selected, most likely Mezzer and Sharpless and Thrill and maybe a few other guys, Taggerung, etc. And then, there's going to be tournaments, I think either 4 or 8 team tournaments, depending how we get a bracket set up and how the time is going to work out for a lot of that stuff for B-Ball and Ulti Duo and MG and stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you guys thought about? I'm looking at the event too, so we're all looking at the same thing here. I'm not set up to do anything in the first day until the end, when I will be hosting the surf thing with Rain and Mike. Because I'm the guy who should be hosting surfing, because I know how to surf. No, that'll be fun. I like both Rain and Mike. They're both really good, so I can make fun of them. And then we're doing. I have a question for you. Okay, I'm signed up to 6v6 throwback weird formats.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Are we going to intentionally play worse than we do now?
No. It might just be a viewer vote based on what format we do, and then it'll just be a standard 6v6 pug. But the format's going to be either crits enabled or unlocks
yeah, buddy.
only,
I saw that.
or no class limits, so we get 2 meds or something like that. Maybe 7v7. We haven't decided on that yet.
+1 to that.
But it should be fun.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
If we're doing real throwback, it should be 7v7, man, because that's the true. That's the true.
Really boring though.
Oh, yes.
I think it'd be a nice change of pace at this point. It'd be fun for people to watch, see how
it seems like every episode I talk about the old TWL days where it's 2 demo men with crits on, just constantly pumping out damage. So their crit chance is at 45% by during team fights, and just crits flying everywhere. Everyone's just dead all the time. It's actually pretty fun. But we were all awful, so there wasn't really any meta. We just kind of ran at each other and killed each other.
Which is the best way to fight.
Right, with crits.
Yeah. You don't need skill for that. You just need to have fun.
So wait, so it ends at 12 a.m., but I know that you guys are thinking about taking it on through the night and sort of like a marathon type feel. Is that still going to happen, or is it just sort of maybe come that time? Someone
we know Slyn is the king of staying up for an entire weekend. Then
the thing is, I think he's actually at a weekend in Sacramento that week, or at a
really?
LAN. He's at a weekend that weekend. No, he's
at
at a
weekend. Okay.
He's taking a trip to go hunt down his DDoSer.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Sean actually at Sacramento the same weekend. But if we can find a streamer, then that's a big maybe right now. We don't have a schedule set up for it, and then if we have a streamer, we would also need like a crew to help him run the events and the donations and stuff like that. So it's not, it's probably not going to happen at this point unless we get a lot of support for it. But yeah, I would say for right now we're just planning the 12 hours each day.
12 hours is a long time. You do have, and I've seen this schedule. I helped sign up for some of it. It's a very, very ambitious schedule. There's a lot of stuff packed into there. So if you're having tournaments, I mean, it's going to be tough.
Basically going over it like once or twice a week. Like this Friday, I think we're going to meet up and discuss what we're going to be raffling off each hour and making sure that it's smooth. And we're talking to TF2R, the admins, to see if we can use their website to get their promotion on the stream, which would help.
Sal, we're signed up to cast the tournament, the Pug tournament, together on day 2.
We'll do that.
8. Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, so what the hell was I gonna say? You hear that? No, I'm listening through my headphones. Maybe the viewers can't hear that, but it sounds like someone's like on the side of a highway, and you can hear cars like going by. You hear that?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's me.
I'm not crazy. Okay, so how can something we could talk about? How can people get involved? Like the average person that outside of donating and watching, how can someone get involved?
If you don't have money, you can donate hats, and if you have money, you can donate money. But you could, I don't know, you could just participate in the chat and just be a viewer. Just be a viewer if that's all you want to do. If you want to elaborate, Sean, like that's, I don't know.
If we created a public Steam group, actually, I think just yesterday we kind of announced it. If you guys want to join that and then invite all your friends, we're doing announcements there when we get event updates and stuff like that. And then once the actual stream goes live, there'll also be the event schedule. There will be announcements through Steam when we change over to the different events. Otherwise, if you guys have any items or stuff that you want to be donated for raffle prizes, we already got quite a impressive list, actually more than I thought we would end up getting. We have a pretty huge TF2 backpack. I'll try and put a link in chat. It's I think it's up to around like $1,900 or something like that right now. We also have
like 18 unusuals.
Yeah, 18
trying to get one per hour.
Earbuds, etc. We also have like a lot of game keys for Steam. Binding of Isaac keys, Half-Life 2, Portal 2. I think like 3 or 4 copies of Borderlands at this point.
Wow.
Nice.
And I got some TF2 posters from Valve. Smacka actually is donating 4, I think, solid-state drives to raffle off.
Wow.
Twitch John is sending me some Twitch shirts. Tragic Servers, who's actually also doing all the server hosting for the events. He said he can put up a few servers for like a season, like a 3-month period or something like that. So there's lots of stuff we've collected, and we're still looking for more. So if you guys have anything you think that would help our cause, I would genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah, we've got a couple stream chat questions asking what charity because they just tuned in. We've said that before. We'll say it again, but.
One Step Charity. Yeah, there you go, Sal.
One Step Camp, right?
Well, no, it's One Step Charities for Children's Oncology Services. It sends kids to summer camp, kids with cancer and leukemia to summer camp and other programs. I went on a long, weird rant about it earlier. Not a rant, but I talked about it. So if you're just tuning in now, wait for the VOD to be posted if you want more info on the charity. But it's a great charity. We could post, actually, I'll just do that. I can do that. It's right here. This is the link to you guys in chat. If you want to go check it out, that's what you'll be donating to, which is a great cause.
So here's a question. As far as promotion is concerned, have you guys talked to Valve yet? Are they willing to throw it up on the blog?
No, I'm waiting. I'm really waiting until we get a hub set up so I can link him something besides a forum post. Okay. To be honest with you, but I did I sent Robin an email a while back, and unfortunately, I don't think he can attend or anything like that. But he did forward it to someone who sent me some posters and stuff. But
that's good.
A blog post is something that we would definitely be hopeful for. I think they could probably make a post for it.
As are we all. So yeah.
Well, geez, I don't know if we've talked about the community versus pros thing, which is happening after LAN. I think it's the first weekend of March, May. There you go. That's the month.
I think it's May 4th is what Nahani told me.
Yeah, right. But I guess so. She's still working out the details, but she has pretty confident that she's going to get Mr. Robin Walker to join the casters for a little Q&A session, which
Very
would
nice.
be awesome. I may or may not beg him to do our show, so
Okay.
so please. So yeah, that would be awesome if he could show up. But he's damn busy. So
Yeah, that's what I hear. Is that when you're a developer for a major game studio, you tend to have a lot of demands on your time. Unlike,
but trying to get Lang a job too.
yes, no, that's gonna be more important. I think that's the one you want to pitch first, right? Butter him up, pitch that, and then if he agrees to that, then it's like, oh, also we do this show, right?
Come and do it. Sal's a big fan. Okay, so what else do we want to talk about with Zitzel? You were talking about promo too. I think when I said like what can people do, there's stuff written in this little document that we were both looking at about if you guys post on forums, it's never too early to get the word out and to continue talking about it. I mean, people don't like being hit over the head with stuff, but when it comes to charity, it's like, we want people to pay attention to this and to show up. We want it to be a really big deal. So
We
if you
will
guys
accept being hit over the head because it's charity, right?
Yes,
Yes.
this is not the chip in to pay Sal back that I saw pitched 5 million times. We don't want to do that. Don't pay Sal back. It's a bad guy.
That's why I keep telling people to stop posting it. I'm just like, guys, no, it's over, it's done. Don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah. Sal's made of money. It's fine. But this is good. Like, so if you post anywhere that has to do with, anywhere really, like anybody that might be interested in tuning in that might have some extra money, anywhere, post about it. Maybe not now, but in a couple weeks. When we first had the Mumble meetings about it, I thought it would be really cool if we could get a lot of the other big esports sites to maybe put a little post up about it, or have a sticky thread on a popular gaming forum about it. So if you guys play other games, I was thinking like, I don't know, CLG's site or Team Liquid and these sites. I mean, that's shooting pretty high, but when it comes to charity, people will probably go out of their way to help. So if we can get a lot of emails towards people that run these sites and say, hey, this is happening, post some stuff about it. That's something that everyone can do, which would help. So do it. Well, bite you.
And I
Just
mean,
talk
simple,
about
just
it.
yeah, with your Steam friends. Hey, have you guys heard about this charity yet? Seems pretty cool to me.
Yeah.
I am
If you donate an item, just let your friends know that you donated an item, and maybe they'll donate an item.
Are you guys
We
like
could,
how many? If you have damn, I just feel like you might have too much stuff.
That's what we're talking about this weekend, and we looked at it and we just like, we were gonna do it last week, but we were like, no, we're pushing that to next week because that's gonna take like 2 hours to organize at least.
So would you be able to trade it up? So like, say you just get a bunch of items together that you're like, I don't know if we could really make a lot.
We're
happen
thinking
with
about
these,
just
but let's
like
get an unusual.
packaging a lot of shit. Like,
Yeah.
if maybe that, like, we have a ton of keys in the backpack. Either we'll give away the keys
Or buy something bigger
together,
with the keys.
or get
Yeah.
an unusual with the
Now
keys.
the keys, I would say give those away by themselves. Those
Yes.
are worth like
or the
money,
refined,
right?
or the refined.
Yeah.
But we just there's just so much stuff. Like,
yeah, a huge amount of
ideally,
hats and things would be good to just trade for better hats or unusuals or whatever you could do, right?
yeah. The idea, like, after we got a ton of unusuals, the idea was maybe we can get up to 24 unusuals and just give one away every hour. And hope we might be able to get there, and that'd be awesome, because if we're giving away an unusual hat every single hour, I think even people that aren't interested in competitive TF2 will be very interested in the stream itself for the chance to win.
Yeah, this is definitely not a competitive TF2 event by any stretch.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to ask if you were asking Valve, because this is something that's just TF2.
Yeah,
Anybody should
it's
be watching.
everything. It's
Yeah,
everything.
we're trying to include like almost every. I tried to think of anything, pretty much every TF2 related activity I could think of.
Is there prop
like the
hunt? I didn't
MVM?
see prop hunt.
Yeah, prop. It's on
Yeah,
day
there
2,
is.
Bear. If you want to cast it, we're doing
I don't know how
an
to
hour
play
with
it, man.
prop hunt / Sax and hail mod maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
prop
yeah.
hunt is
Maybe
awesome.
some of the funnier game
gonna
mods.
hide in the corner here. It's a tree. It's a tree.
Dude, the cone is the best prop. If you're wondering, I know all the best strats. But
I like
anyways,
the control point, but that's just me. Or the train.
Well, the control point, because it's invisible from the bottom, so if you get up really high, like nobody can see where you are. That's good.
I
But
didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
some next level strategy.
yeah,
You heard it here first.
oh, it sounds such a professional.
I used
Real
to
fast.
play some prop hunt, man, back in my day.
I've never played it. I saw Sean stream it a couple times, and when he would die and go in like third person, it was the funniest shit that I've ever seen. Like the
Yeah.
tree running around on fire with like the pyros chasing him. It's
Yes.
like, what the hell is going on here? Awesome. It's all about and great prime spot to pick up girl gamers.
I was just about
Yeah,
to say that.
Exactly.
They're
was
like
just-
right,
If you're bored on a Friday night, go on a prop hunt server.
average of 60% in the server, proper server.
Well, Sean,
Anyway.
thanks for teaching us that secret.
Yeah, no problem. But it's I tried to include a lot of activities that I thought people might be interested in. Some of them are going to be more competitive, like obviously the 6v6 stuff, the NA versus EU. That's like going to be a big part of it. There's a 6 versus 9 pros versus viewers game. I'm going to try to get donators that donate before the stream actually goes live. Like once we get the PayPal set up, I'll try and get a team set up beforehand to play. I'm doing one of those games each day, so if you can't play Saturday, you can play Sunday. Or vice versa. And then TF2, like the communities, there's a lot of like niche communities by themselves, like the jump, surf, b-ball, stuff like that. There's all these smaller communities within the overall TF2 community. So it's going to be interesting to see like what ends up being the most popular and stuff during the stream. But I think people are going to be entertained for most of it. So
Yeah, it will be. It will be slit. Now, is this what the week before LAN?
yes,
least-
Because LAN is
420.
That's right.
Is it
It's
really?
LAN.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's right. Because
Yes,
I'm
it
gonna.
is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be 3 big weekends of TF2 streaming in a row. Probably front page on Twitch. We're going to have the charity, we're going to have the LAN, and then we're going to have community versus pros almost right after that. Maybe 2 weeks after that.
I think it's 2 weeks.
That's pretty big. That's good
Right.
for TF2.
I think it's really good. I'm pumped.
I'm worried about the LAN a little bit. I didn't say well. Like, shifting topics. Just we'll go back to the charity because there's a couple things I still want to touch on before we move. We're not going to the Esea LAN. Torbil
Yeah.
said no. You
Ah.
bitch. And I was like, aw. Actually, I didn't really care because it would have been tough for me to go. I would have if they would have had the desk there. I maybe even would have paid money to go because I want to go to one LAN before I'm done. Okay, but that's okay.
Maybe
I
you
feel
should
bad.
just make invite then.
I did once. We made LAN, all right, season 4.
Did you
and then-
go?
No, because we didn't have TF2 wasn't this booming esport back then. All right, we didn't have
It's huge
donations.
now.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We couldn't get any money. We couldn't go. And Ducky lives in like the northern reaches of Canada in a shack with a DSL cord, and there's no way he was getting. He had to like ride a llama to a bus station.
You can
to go to
charter.
the
Oh,
airport.
hey, you can charter flights from anywhere in Canada. I know
Right, but
this.
we didn't have Moneybag Sal back then either to fly us out there, right? So we didn't go, but we did qualify. We were second or third. But anyway, that's a
Okay.
different story. Muscle Milk Emilian's frag video, season 5, 4, living the dream. Nope. Okay, no, what was I going to say? Damn it, now I'm.
Was it ESEA LAN?
Oh, we're not going, so
Yeah.
that sucks. And so, Twitch John, by the way, was pissed off when he heard the news.
Isn't he going though?
He's going, so I think he might
Yeah,
punch
well,
Torval in his gigantic.
Does he
nose.
not have? Does he not have experience with Torble from previous seasons? Because
Right. No, and I think the only reason I'm slightly upset about it is that they did pretty much say you're going to go down there, we're going to do the show live on event, it's going to be sweet, and I was like, okay, that'll be fun. And we've been talking about it. I've talked about it on the show many times, like let's do it, yeah. And then they said no, and I was like, oh, okay. Lang was pretty upset about it because he was really looking forward to going and
Yeah.
producing on site, which has been really good for him and what he wants to do and stuff. I mean, he would have done a great job. The only thing is that they said one thing and did another. And that sucks, but like you said, it's not the first time. So
yeah, and I know that XTV's had a lot of experience with that, so it's just
Right.
at the end of the day, like I understand where ESE is coming from. They have to like look at their budget as it approaches and say whether they can do it or not. But they could be a little more transparent and a little bit less promise the world early on, right?
Right. I think it's more people are saying donate money to get me down there. Like that's,
No.
Like the problem is they won't. No, I mean the thing is like
Yeah, they
I would
won't have the
pay
booth set up.
myself, but if they don't have us ready to cast, then there's no. I'd be going down there.
Hang out.
sipping a coffee,
Right.
looking over the shoulder of seanbud, like, hey, go get Banny. Nice
Well,
1v1.
yeah, and that's what we've done is in the past for XTV because we've always produced off site. So we would just send like a text. But this was before the huge status monitor was invented, and we didn't need to do this shit anymore. But we would just send a text to whoever was running the camera, Duder at the time, and be like, watch this guy, watch that guy, watch this guy. And because we were in front of that 90-second delay, we could see things in real time. It helped, but it wasn't on-site casting. They didn't have the booth for us, so we were just like, yeah, this guy sucks.
Yeah. So it sucks. So I kind of feel like it's ironic. Twitch John was like, let's boycott ESEA's stream. Let's not do it. And I was like, you're saying exactly what Eckstein did last season. We had all the drama. I don't concur. Like, I still think they did pay us money. Not me, but people got money for the cast that we did for them.
Yeah.
Like, $10 a cast, which is not, that's a meal, all right? Or for DJC, a half a bottle of liquor. But
Man, I don't know what liquor you're buying, but you can get a whole bottle of liquor for $10.
So I mean, they did pay us, and TF2 ESCA is a huge part of the 6v6 community. If they go, like I said last year, it would be bad. So I don't know. It sucks I don't get to meet Sean and the rest of the dudes I've played millions of hours of games with, but maybe next season, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing is that boycotting their stream won't help. For one, I mean, you look at where they make their money and how they operate their business model at ESEA. They don't care about the stream. It doesn't make them money. They're just like, oh, you're going to boycott our stream? Well, all right, we just won't stream TF2, and we'll keep raking in fees, I guess. So it's not going to hurt them at all.
Nope. And maybe, it's tough to say. John also had the idea that, someone should start their own league. We're going to have to deal with this crap, and it would be bad. It would be a lot of work.
It would, and that's come up at XTV as well.
The EXTV League.
You'd have to get everybody on board, too.
Yeah.
I'd do it. Okay, so sorry guys, you don't get to see my beautiful face live on LAN on the HD feed through ESCA's stream, so...
But we do get to see it live for the charity.
Grand? Yes, maybe. I don't know if I'll have webcam for that, but I'll be there making unfunny jokes and watching men surf.
Dude, you think your jokes are unfunny. Like, where does that put me on the totem pole of funny?
At least they're not racist.
Speaking of that, you said earlier, not only were you racist, but you were making 9/11 jokes now. And you're Lebanese. Do you ever plan on flying on a plane again? I mean, seriously. You were already on the do not fly list, right?
Yeah,
because of that.
I get frisked and pulled out of the line every time I go. I need to shave to the bone and wear wear a suit and go through, or else I'll get pulled out and they put the drug sniffing dog and frisk me, and I'm only half Arab, so
I'd frisk you.
I know you would. You're a bad guy. All right, we've gotten off topic. I'm not a racist. I don't make 9/11 jokes.
Yeah, I feel like you clarify that you're not a racist every week on the show, Bear.
I'm not a racist.
It seems like guilty conscience.
It's pretty bad. I did the Mr. Slim voice for a while. All right, Sal. So, okay. So, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this because I don't want to be a problem with anything because, I'm 100% behind the charity event because it will go to help kids, and that's all I'm about. I'm a teacher. It's very important to me to help kids. But when I signed on yesterday, I haven't been on in weeks. I've been so freaking busy.
Yeah.
I got a lot of people messaging me that expressed negative feelings, thought that the charity thing was having issues. Is there that sort of rumor has spread around, and there's a lot of people saying that there's a lot of we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and not a lot of actual physical work that's been done. Do you guys want to say anything about that? Because I thought we'd just get it out there because
I think that's true to an extent. I'd say probably after the first few posts were made a month ago, I think 3 weeks went by where we did almost nothing. Mm-hmm. And then I'd say the last 2.5 weeks we've pretty much been talking about it daily and working on it daily. Mm-hmm. So I think we're making a lot of progress, and we're going to continue meeting up probably twice a week to get it refined and make sure everything's smooth before you even load up the stream.
Well, I mean, the key takeaways here, things have been done, and the important milestones to achieve are make sure the PayPal donation is set up for the charity, right? That's milestone 1. Milestone 2 is make sure that the stream has a schedule and is ready to go with all the players and some backups, and it looks like you're pretty much getting there. I've seen a lot of people signed up for a lot of things. Is there a third milestone? I guess just the donation items and the prize items.
I mean,
right?
how are you gonna
the production?
get,
I guess
there's so much that needs to be done. You have a backpack full of shit. How do you get the how do you get the shit to the individual people? Like, how are you going to manage all the raffling? I mean, it just seems like it's a lot of stuff that still needs to be done. Like, I don't know. Like,
I think the planning and like the idea stage is kind of over. I think we're like getting like milestone 1, what Sal was talking about, getting the PayPal set up is definitely important. But it's been I've been I haven't been able to do that until today because I just talked to the guy that runs the charity today. Their president, and he was definitely really cooperative and nice when I spoke to him. So I wish I could have talked to him a lot earlier, but I don't have any doubts about that being ready within like the next 2 weeks even. And then stuff like the content, like you said, Sal, that is also I already have a lot of big names signed up for lots of events, and I know there will be like a pool of just invite players, friends, streamers that'll be there to fill in holes if we need them, but also. There's a lot of viewer participation stuff, and that comes with the stream, and I'm sure people will be eager to do that stuff. So the content also I'm not entirely worried about. Production, like with Tragic Servers is donating all the servers, and he's going to be around the whole weekend helping us if we have issues. Lang is going to be there to troubleshoot if we need it, and he's also helping Kurt with doing some of the organizing and production and stuff like that. And I mean, we've got a lot of people on it, and I don't imagine us having any huge problems or anything like that. We're trying to really have like failsafes ready. Like if we use TF2 raffle as the medium to get the prizes to the donators, we can also use a manual system if it comes down to it. But we have like 3 or 4 people on an item team, so there's definitely I don't know. I think there's plenty of work being done, and we have another month or so to get things in order.
Yeah, we basically have schedule meetings. Like, our next meeting is strictly going to be organizing the items and figuring out when we're going to be giving them away or raffling them away. And then after that, we're going to be discussing the people and how we're going to get the items to the people. So I think I think we're fine after that. Then I have to just figure out the production.
I would caution that there's so much on this 2 days set up with so many different people that you're going to have to make sure and clarify with everybody that you're free, not just from 5 to 6, but like who knows if it's an hour early, hour late, or whatever. Like it's nice to have but something like this, especially when you're talking about.
If you want to discuss it with us and help us out, like feel free. Like if you want to hop in a mumble, like if you any ideas are good ideas, basically. I
think there are enough ideas and maybe even enough stuff. I think really the actual bare bones of like really setting up the structure for how things are going to be given out and just the really clarifying what's being done. Because it's like, I mean, it's got a lot of stuff is set up to go. I don't know. I don't want it to be like we were talking about it yesterday. Lang and I were actually, and he was like, this is not just like a charity thing. Like, this is going to turn into like one of the bigger events in competitive TF2 in recent memory, because I don't think we've ever done something like this.
Yeah.
And it's going to reflect a lot on us, as a community too. So it's a big responsibility. So, I mean, end of the day, we're looking to help kids, but if this like is bad, which I don't think it will be, I think it'll be fine. But if it is, I mean, it will reflect badly on a lot of people. And I mean, Enigma's like letting us use the Team Fortress TV stream, so it's a lot at stake too, not just like kids may or may not be helped. But
I don't want to let anyone down, Baron. I share your concerns, and I think maybe like the schedule looks a little ambitious. Some of the activities I kind of tried to space them out, so like the NA versus EU stuff, I know that's going to be a big thing. Any like pros reviewers, like the show matches and the pug tournaments and stuff like that. Like I think there's enough buffer time. I'm going to try to make sure there's like a 10 or 15 minute zone where things will fit. And as far as getting players for all the activities, I've like for some of the larger ones like the NA versus EU, I think it's actually going to be tentatively. I guess they haven't confirmed it, but most of BP at least has agreed to play. And I think Crack Clan is also going to play.
Cool.
So that's just going to be a legit NA versus EU game. And then we're also trying to do
the
Epsilon?
Yeah.
Crack Clan's, I mean, there's also several good... there's a few top-tier Euro teams. And if we get if we get an actual team in that slot, I think it's going to be better than any sort of pug that we can get. Which I was definitely glad to hear that Crackland would be able to do it. So
Yeah, that'd be good. It will be. That'd be fun. Okay. Well, awesome. We'll probably do another show on this as it comes up, maybe the week before or something.
Yeah.
And I was tossing the idea around of doing like a team by team, because we don't have a lot of ideas for the show. Maybe like a team by team LAN setup. Like each week we'll get a new team in and talk about how they prepare for LAN. But we do have seanbud, who is on Fully Torqued. How is LAN preparation going? Have you guys even started scrimming yet? Or no? You're smiling, so.
not much. We're actually scrimming tonight, but I think
Oh, really?
we're missing a ringer or two, so I don't know. No, we scrimmed
I'll ring.
like 5
Yeah,
times.
Sal and I, we got it, man.
We haven't been playing much at all. I think we're gonna really kick it into gear next week or so.
Okay.
Okay.
This is your first LAN. What are you thinking about? Are you excited to go?
Yeah, pretty excited to go and play with the team and just meet everybody. It's gonna be fun.
You get to
Yeah.
go meet Twitch Sean, dude.
I know.
He's a cool guy. He really is.
You're gonna hold him back
some
when he
of
goes
the-
after
some of the TCB
Esea.
guys, but sadly,
Yeah. Because you've never met Lang before.
no, I haven't. We need to hug.
Someone said that Slyn was going. Is Slyn actually going to the LAN? Is he flying out there?
I have no idea.
Where he's based in the West Coast, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think he would fly, but maybe.
Unless he's just got some cash to burn, a weekend that he wants to spend with some friends. I don't know.
Sharing the bed with Twitch John.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's scary, man. You don't want to be too close to what's between his legs, man. He'll get a eye poked out.
A couple of bones crushed. No, I think we're pretty good for the show this week, Sea Bear. Then we've kind of done what we wanted to do, which was introduce the charity to a lot of people and make sure they know that we've got this big event upcoming, and that if they want to help, now's the time. Spread the word about it.
Okay, there's one more thing, Sal, I got to do before we go.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll try to keep this short because it's not that important. But obviously, there's been a lot of shit said between the casters, specifically DJC and myself. But I'll just speak for myself because DJC's not here. He's drinking. About where we haven't been necessarily 100% fair to Sean and Fully Torqued this season. And I don't want to get into specifics about when happened and what happened and when because it's not important. But I did not really, I guess, pay attention to my platform and how a lot of you guys only get your information through either the show or the cast. You don't really know the players and know the teams like we do. And I didn't take that into consideration. I was a little unfair throughout the season with how I talked about Fully Torqued. And I think I helped set up them to be perceived as like a bad guy team. I don't want to say that I don't believe that they've done some pretty bad things this season, because I do. But I was unfair throughout the season, especially to Sean, who is still my friend, and we're still cool after all this shit that's happened, which is a testament to getting texts, to him being a good guy. But I want to say that I was wrong on that. I hope people reserve judgment. I know it's probably too late for a lot of them, but I'm sorry, Sean. I kind of was bad, and I'm sorry. It was bad.
That's okay. I'd also like to kind of apologize on behalf of some of the stuff our team did this season. I guess I don't know. I would argue that some of what we did isn't any worse than what a lot of invite teams have done this season or in the past. But the off-classing thing, whatever happened, obviously it was a mistake. We shouldn't have done it. I guess we didn't expect the outcome, obviously, and we're just sorry it turned out that way. And it was not ideal for anyone, but
no, it was awful, and I take a lot of responsibility for that night because I managed the stream really really poorly. We never really talked about it because we kind of want to avoid it because there was still some heated opinions one way or the other, and I still feel pretty strongly that I thought it was a mistake what was done on your guys' end. I was pissed. I still don't think it's right. I don't know. It's fine. It's in the past. You're definitely right that other teams the day before AG said they threw the match, and I didn't get on them like I did on you guys, so that was me being unfair. But that's never going to happen again, that type of a cast or anything. We don't need to revisit that awful night in the past. But I thought now that I've had someone from Fully Torqued, to just apologize for you guys. I know that your team freaking hates me, and they probably should. So I don't know. Too bad I won't be there live for Justin White to give me the old 6'7" punch to my top of my head. He'll punch straight down at me or whatever. But So okay, that's it. That's one to
Yeah, I
say.
think it was a kind of a stressful season for everyone. It was like the first season where we really had the big stream numbers, and TFTV was there, and Twitch John was promoting every stream. It was just it was a learning experience for sure. Hopefully the LAN will show in its quality, what we've learned. So
Yep. Okay. Well, Sal, drama's over. I'm never
Okay.
going to talk about that again. I
I was-
literally erased it from my memory.
All right. I was going to add that I wanted to apologize to you and TJC for not talking to you first and going straight to the forums, because I know I
Yeah.
apologized privately for that, and I haven't apologized publicly. I went straight to the forums and expressed my displeasure that day and didn't, poke you first, which is what I should have done because I'm a dick. So my apologies about that as well. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and cut the stream off there with our tearful brofest on Fully Charged. Thank you guys so much for watching this week, and regardless of any drama that's happened, or maybe because of the drama, I don't care, show up to watch April 13th and 14th, the charity event, Tip of the Hats. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're out.
Yeah, and
They
we're
want
still,
me to apologize.
yeah, Truck
I don't
Truck.
have
Truck, you got to apologize for
I
something.
don't have anything to apologize for.
Truck
though.
Truck's been DDoSing all of
I'm
us.
sorry.
What a bad
Yes.
guy. Get him.
I'm
We're still
sorry for
giving
not
out.
having anything to apologize for.
We're still giving out hats after this.
also, real quick plug: if you want to join the Steam group, invite your friends. So I'd appreciate it.
Oh, and one more plug for you guys, because Sean, Bud, and TrukTruk, you both stream, right?
Oh
Yeah.
What are those stream addresses?
It's just TrukTruk and Sean, but
Yeah.
Nice. All right, there you go. Here on Twitch TV, TrukTruk and Sean Bud. Guys, thank you so much. We're going to be right back with some hats.